Hey guys, my name is Karen and I work on the creative team here at Passion Planner, and I'm going to be showing you some of our favorite pens that we use in office and in social media. So the first pen is the Paper Mates FLAIR, and I really enjoy this because it has a very round nib, which allows me to write pretty naturally and also doodle. It's really good for covering spaces in a very clean way, so I would definitely recommend this if you like drawing and if you like to write big or small, because a round tip really helps you with that. Next we have the STAEDTLER. I really like these because they come in like a 24 count set, and it ranges anywhere from neutral colors to very bold colors like red and yellow. I really like adding a bunch of colors to my layouts, so these are go-tos for me. And color is just a really good way of highlighting those small events, but again, these are really just for writing, so it's a different kind of highlighting. So every time I fill in a spread in my planner, I always like to separate different tasks from one another in the quickest way possible visually. And so oftentimes I'll go to color to help me with that. So the reason why, for instance, I like STAEDTLER so much is that their points are very fine, and it's pretty hard to find a pen that is as smooth as it is with the colors that they offer. The other pen that we like to use is the Pilot G2. I feel like this is popular everywhere. They have different sizes. There's 0.7, 0.5, and 0.38. And I would suggest the 0.7 if you have a large planner because it has a larger writing size. For all the smaller planners, you can use 0.38 or 0.5. It's just a very thick, clean line. And I found that people who write really big really enjoy this pen. So definitely get this if you are not a small writer. The next pen is the Office's personal favorite, which is the MUJI pen. And this is probably the creative team's favorite pen. It's very thin and the ink runs very smoothly, so it's just a gratifying feeling every time that you write. Definitely recommend this for everyday writing. And it's very popular because it comes in 0.5 and 0.38, and most of us write very small, so a lot of small nibbed pens don't really work that well, but this one writes very smoothly. So it can handle even the smallest details while you're filling in appointments, or if you want to doodle something small, this will be able to handle that. So the next two sets of pens that I'm going to be showing you isn't what I use personally, but it's very popular in office and I wanted to share it with you guys. The very first one is called the FRIXION pen. And this is really awesome because you're able to write with it in your planner, but if you mess up or plans change, you can easily erase it. So you're still using ink, but it has that flexibility there for you. There's also a 4-color FRIXION pen. This is very practical because you don't have to carry 4 pens around with you all the time. It's just at the tip of your fingertips, and again, it's also erasable. And the second pen that I'm going to be showing you is the SHARPIE pen. So these come in pretty basic colors like blue and red. Obviously there's black, and what's great about these is they come on very thick, but they don't bleed, especially through art planners. But that's not to be confused with the SHARPIE marker, which will bleed through pretty much any paper. So definitely get these if you want to write bold and big. The next set of pens I'm going to be sharing with you guys is our highlighters. These are some of our favorites that we use in office, and the first is the Zebra Mild Liners. These are awesome because they have very unique colors available, so different kinds of oranges and yellows and blues. Also, they have very small nibs that don't dispel a lot of ink, so it's very clean with every stroke that you make. You can put it over a pen, it doesn't bleed through, and the lines around it are very crisp. Most highlighters, they bleed around, so it's not a very clean highlight. The next set of highlighters is the Sharpie highlighters. These are popular, I'd say, around school, but they are very heavy in ink. Every time you highlight with something, it'll bleed a little bit, but it won't bleed through in our planners. Still very clean, but it covers a little more space. So if you write big and you just need your basic colors, this is your go-to. The next set of pens is my favorite, my personal favorite, and they are twin tones. I like them so much because on one side, it's very thin and fine, which is great for writing or drawing small details. And the other side can be used as a highlighter or to create thick boxes or circle anything very dramatically. So I really enjoy using this for creating boxes around things. They're also really good for doodling too. And the last one I'm going to show you is PRISMA Premier Colored Pencils. A lot of people don't really like using colored pencils for their planners, but if you are into time blocking or really differentiate the different tasks that you do every day or every week, this really helps. And it's a little flexible because you're able to erase it a little bit too. It really doesn't matter what brand it is, but I really enjoy colored pencils because there's so much variety that you can do in drawing hard or drawing light, and scribbling to fill in, also mixing colors. So really just having one colored pencil allows you to do so many different things with it. So you could press down hard to highlight on important events, or you can write it in light if you're unsure about a deadline. So I definitely recommend these if you love drawing and if you want to be more creative with your planner spread. Yeah, definitely use it. Alright guys, so that's all the pens that I have for you, but if you have a personal favorite that I didn't mention, definitely let us know in the comments. And if you really enjoyed this content, please like the video with a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Until then, I'll see you next time.